Well, this one wasn't pretty. After a heartbreaking one-point loss to the Miami Heat in Game 1, the San Antonio Spurs were hoping to bounce back against the Golden State Warriors in the California Classic. Instead, they ran into a buzzsaw. The Warriors rolled to a 98-69 victory in a game where San Antonio struggled to find any offensive rhythm from start to finish. But before anyone starts panicking, remember what Summer League is actually about. It's not about the scoreboard, it's about evaluating young talent. Who responded after Game 1? Who took a step forward? Who struggled under pressure? And what does this tell us about these players moving forward? Today, we're breaking down every major takeaway from the Spurs' second Summer League game, highlighting the biggest winners, the biggest disappointments, and who may be playing themselves into a bigger opportunity as Summer League continues. Let's get into it. This was simply one of those nights where almost nothing worked offensively. The Spurs finished shooting 26 of 68 from the field, 38% overall, just 9 of 28 from 3, and only 69 total points. Even more concerning, they committed 18 turnovers while only recording 16 assists. That tells you everything. The offense never found a rhythm. Possessions became stagnant, ball movements slowed down, and Golden State made them pay. The encouraging part, the defensive effort was still there. 9 steals, 6 blocks. Those numbers show this group continues playing hard despite the ugly score. Unfortunately, defense can only carry you so far when shots simply aren't falling. Biggest positive? The Spurs continued to compete. That might sound like a small victory after losing by 29, but Summer League coaches care just as much about effort as production. Players continued diving for loose balls, rotating defensively, trying to create turnovers. Nobody quit. That's something the coaching staff will appreciate. Emmanuel Miller was the bright spot. If there was one player who consistently looked comfortable offensively, it was Emmanuel Miller. 12 points, 4 of 9 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Compared to his quiet offensive performance against Miami, this was a huge bounce back. He looked much more aggressive attacking gaps. His outside shot looked confident. He played under control, and defensively, he continued making winning plays. This is exactly the response coaches want after a rough first outing. Instead of forcing offense, he allowed the game to come naturally. If he keeps building on this performance, he'll continue putting himself on the radar. Jacoby Gillespie. This was another interesting performance. 9 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 block, 4 for 12 shooting, 1 for 4 from 3. The shooting improved compared to Game 1. Still not great, but certainly better than going 3 for 17. What I continue liking, he's still running the offense. 4 assists despite the team struggling offensively isn't bad. His decision-making remains solid. He rarely forces bad passes. He continues defending. He keeps competing. The biggest thing now, he has to become more efficient scoring inside. His jumper will come. The confidence is there. Now it's simply about consistency. Hyun-Jung Lee, one of tonight's biggest surprises. 11 points, 4 of 7 shooting, 2 for 5 from 3. He provided spacing. He knocked down open shots. He didn't overdribble. He simply played within himself. Sometimes that's exactly what earns players minutes. He's not trying to become the star. He's accepting his role. And tonight, he executed it well. Malik Brown. This was probably his toughest game so far. Only 2 points, 1 for 2 shooting, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. The positive, his defensive versatility never disappeared. Even on an off-offensive night, he still found ways to contribute defensively. That's one reason coaches love players like Brown. Even when the shot isn't falling, they impact winning elsewhere. Still, you'd like to see him become more involved offensively. Only 2 field goal attempts isn't enough.
Miles Kelly. Game 1 hero. Game 2 struggle. Only 6 points. 2 for 6 shooting. Missed both 3-point attempts. No rebounds. Only 1 assist. After leading the Spurs in scoring against Miami, Golden State clearly made life more difficult. That's gonna happen. Now comes the adjustment phase. Can he respond next game? That's what scouts will be watching. RJ Melendez, quiet night offensively. 5 points, 1 for 4 shooting, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. Again, defense remains his calling card. 2 blocks from a wing player, good rebounding, active defensively. Offensively, he has to become more aggressive. RJ Davis, probably the most disappointing performance after his explosive Game 1. Only 2 points, 1 for 8 shooting, 0 for 5 from 3, 3 turnovers. After scoring 15 points off the bench against Miami, this was a reminder of how inconsistent Summer League can be. The encouraging part? He still finished with 4 assists. Even when scoring disappeared, he tried creating for teammates. Still, he'll want to forget this one quickly. Jaden Nunn, another rough shooting night. 3 points, 1 for 6, 1 for 2 from deep. Still managed 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. The defensive energy remained. The offense simply didn't. David Mocha, solid minutes, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 for 3 shooting. Nothing flashy, but productive. Sometimes that's all you can ask from limited minutes. Harry Wessels, only 6 minutes, 4 points. Made both shot attempts, small sample size, but efficient. Igor Milicic Jr., 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 for 3 from deep. Still trying to find consistency. Showed flashes, needs more.
Biggest team concern? Turnovers. 18 turnovers. That simply can't happen, especially when you're already struggling offensively. Young teams naturally make mistakes, but careless turnovers often become live ball opportunities going the other direction. Cleaning this up should become priority number 1. Another concern? Nobody truly took over. Against Miami, Miles Kelly had 16, RJ Davis scored 15. Last night, no player reached 15 points. Nobody consistently generated offense. That made life extremely easy for Golden State defensively. Summer League teams need someone willing to create offense late in possessions. San Antonio never really found that player. Defensive activity still encouraging. Even in a 29-point loss, the Spurs still recorded 9 steals, 6 blocks. That's effort. That's communication. That's activity. Those habits matter. The offense will improve. Effort usually translates. Stock up. Emmanuel Miller, huge bounce back. Best all-around game. Han-Young Lee, efficient scoring, played within himself, knocked down shots. David Muka, limited minutes, solid production, made the most of his opportunity. Stock neutral. Jacoby Gillespie still hasn't found his shooting rhythm, but continues showing point guard instincts. The assists, the decision-making, the defense, those remain encouraging. Malik Brown, quiet offensively, still defended well, needs more offensive involvement. Stock down. RJ Davis, massive difference from Game 1. 1 for 8 shooting, 3 turnovers. He'll bounce back, just wasn't his night. Miles Kelly, after an excellent opener, Golden State slowed him considerably. Now the question becomes, how does he respond? Biggest takeaway? This game reminded everyone exactly what Summer League is. One night you're the leading scorer, the next, nothing falls. Consistency is the hardest part of becoming an NBA player. The Spurs still have intriguing pieces. Nobody's stock should completely change after one bad game. Development isn't linear. Players improve game by game. That's why these opportunities matter. Looking ahead. The encouraging part, there's still plenty of basketball left. Players now have 2 games of film. They know what they need to improve. Better shot selection, fewer turnovers, more ball movement. If those areas improve, the results will too. One thing I'd also like to see, more offensive aggression from Malik Brown, continued confidence from Gillespie, another scoring opportunity for Emmanuel Miller, and I'd love to see Miles Kelly get back to the aggressive scorer we saw in Game 1. While the final score looks ugly, don't overreact. Summer League is about growth.
Some players took positive steps, others struggled. That's part of the process. Emmanuel Miller was the team's biggest bright spot. Han-Young Lee quietly impressed. Jacoby Gillespie continued showing encouraging playmaking traits. The offense clearly needs work. The turnovers must come down, and someone has to emerge as the team's consistent offensive leader. The good news? There's still plenty of games left for these young Spurs to respond. Now, I want to hear from you. Who impressed you the most against Golden State? Who do you think deserves more minutes? And who needs to bounce back in the next Summer League game? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more Spurs coverage and all the latest news throughout the offseason. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.